All right, welcome to the Feedbak Podcast, everybody. My name is Back. This is episode 258. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Couple of announcements. Number one, follow the Feedbak on Instagram, BAK, of course. Follow Hip Hop Bingo as well. We got a lot of things planned, probably for the fall, so make sure you stay tuned on that. Check out the archives. I had a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people recently. Tim Warner. Amy Shanker, who they have? Cheatham came back because we do this monthly check-in with Aaron Cheatham. And then also talked to my friend Anye Cologne, who's not a comic. So every once in a while I want to talk to non-comics. That's what I used to do, talk to non-comics. But I almost switch it up once a month maybe. But anyway, that's the announcement. But our guest for this episode is the one and only, our local human cartoon, Casey Rocket.
Whip, whip.
Exactly. That's the correct sound to introduce you. How you been, man?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm all right. All right. Thank you for driving all the way up here.
Happy to be here.
I know it's a drive, but we're good. We're good. I wanted to talk to you because, well, one, I mean, the first time I talked to you was like what, last week? And I've seen you around, and I was like, yo, this is just something else. No, I mean, we didn't have, like, the type of shit that you do on stage. We didn't really have that here, at least that I know of. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I got here in last July, so I don't know, man. Yeah, I just go up there and try to have fun, do something wacky, try to have fun with the boys and friends. Yeah. I don't know. How long have you been here?
23 years.
Oh, okay. So how long have you done comedy?
About 3.5 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm 3.5 years old in this bitch.
Yeah.
That's how they call it.
Yeah, it takes a while.
But you're telling me, so Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
And then you're telling me, Idaho. Is it Idaho that you went to, and you're like, oh, this is way too small for me, but you're a big shit. You were a big shit there.
So I started in Georgia and did it there when I was in college. Then I did it in downtown Atlanta. And moved to Boise for a couple years, and I was out there, and real small scene, 20, 25 comics or whatever.
Tops? Really?
Yeah.
Nobody moved to Idaho for comedy?
No. Yeah, I had never even, I grew up in Georgia. Nobody ever talked about Idaho. I didn't know anything. I probably heard it a couple times my entire life before I moved out there. I didn't know it. There's nothing out there. Yeah.
No, I mean, nobody goes to Idaho on vacation.
No. It's beautiful. It's a lot of desert and stuff. But,
that's great. That's a great selling pitch. I mean, it's great. It's hot and there's sand all over the place. Would you like to go to Idaho for the summer? Fuck no.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll go to Africa first if I want to see some desert.
Yeah, there's like mountain and stuff. It's nice, man, but it's boring.
You're not selling it at all.
It's boring. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not going back.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you told me you went for a girlfriend, so it was that good at least.
Yeah.
That it was worth like, hey, this is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sacrifice everything to move to the state that nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah.
Because I love you so damn much.
Well, I met her there. Like I was there visiting, then I met her, and I just was there for a long time, dating a girl and stuff. But yeah, man, it's a boring place. You've always lived in Austin.
Well, no, I mean I lived in France before.
Yeah.
But in the U.S., like everybody else left, and I was like, I kind of like it here.
Yeah.
Kind of got stuck.
It's nice. I like it here. I'd studied abroad in Paris.
Really? On va parler français alors?
No.
No, allez, Cassie. How did they call you?
My name?
They say Casey?
I guess, yeah.
They didn't say Cassie, they say Casey? Like this?
So. Yeah.
Casey Rocket? Hey, Casey Rocket? Comment ça va? C'est mon pote Casey Rocket. Super Casey Rocket. Did you try comedy there, or were you just like...
Oh, no. No. I think I'd been doing comedy for like a year, maybe. Or a year and a half when I studied abroad. And, man, I didn't do comedy there. I wouldn't know where to do it. Is there comedy clubs there and stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's kind of a different style. Like the whole concept of like stand up, as in like you go to open mics and you work out jokes and all that stuff. I mean, growing up there was no such thing really.
Yeah.
It was like the comics that were big at the time. they were doing more like one man show type deal.
Yeah.
So like when you see a French quote unquote special, it's you don't have the whole production around it. It's not like you have like for example like Louis C.K.'s last special says sorry in big letters behind him, or like George Carlin will have like a whole set or whatever. We didn't have any of that shit. It was usually theaters, red curtain goes up, one dude or one girl comes out dressed in black, always in black.
Oh, why?
Because
Just tradition.
Yeah, because I mean France has a big like theater tradition, right? And always dressed in black, so the outfit was never distracting.
Okay.
In a way, so
yeah,
big stage, walking up and down the stage and doing a one man show. Like think John Leguizamo without the entire set behind him.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so, and within the past few years, I mean, maybe like I don't know, I haven't been. Well, I went in 2019, but I didn't check out any comedy. Maybe like the past 5 to 10 years, they saw the American model, and they're like, oh yeah, we gotta have mics and people show up, and they call it. They even when they call a special.
Yeah.
In French, yeah, they say yeah, c'est quoi ton special. So it's getting there. It's
yeah.
There's a show I talked about a show on Netflix called Standing Up. It's a French series, and it's just about that. It's about these 4 kids who do comedy in Paris. They're all immigrants, and each is like the archetype of, let's say, the dude who was funny at one point and now he gets in his own way because he's a drug addict. And then there's the black girl who's married with a kid, and she talks about her sex life on stage, and her husband's like, what the fuck? And then there's the kid who's like the student of comedy that records all of his sets. He studies. He's like a DoorDash driver, and he's on his like little bike, and he's like, rehearsing his bits while he drives. And then there's the girl who's like, oh, I'm so fascinated by comedy, I want to jump in, and she writes for weeks, and then she thinks she has it, and then she gets on stage for the first time and bombs horribly and feels totally depressed about it. So it's interesting because it takes place in France, and it's literally like the American like format of stand up there.
But it's totally new to the space.
Yeah, I mean, it's blowing up. I mean, I think it's blowing up everywhere.
Yeah.
You ever done it anywhere else, like overseas? No. What about statewide?
Would it do what?
Did you do it in other states? Like, did you go on the road?
Yeah, I've been to other states. Yeah, probably. I don't know, 7 or 8 states or something.
Like what? Did you go to New York, L.A.? What? I mean, if you did Arkansas and Kentucky and Iowa, it's like, yeah, it's like 3 shows.
Maybe Montana, Utah, Colorado, Idaho, Georgia, Texas, New Mexico. Oh God. Yeah, I think I did one thing in California.
Well, how many years you in?
Random places.
7?
Like 7, yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. Now how old are you?
27.
God damn.
Yeah. So yeah, I started when I was like a junior in college, and I would just do talent shows at school or whatever.
Were you doing the kind of stuff that you do now, as far as like the format of your act, or you just didn't know what the?
Yeah, I mean, it was similar. Yeah, I mean, you just go through different phases or whatever. Like I don't know, man. Yeah, it's been different, and it's changed, and there's been different things. I used to like try to tell one-liners like when I first started, and I was really bad at that.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna be Stephen Wright for a few years.
Yeah, I was upset. I thought I was trying to literally be Stephen Wright, but it just didn't. I don't know how to write jokes like that. Like, I still do one-liners, but not like that. But yeah, my first couple sets, I would just run around and sing, and kind of do like Jim Carrey type of stuff.
Did you always want to sing?
No.
Tell me you were a choir boy.
No.
Tell me you were
I just think it's funny to sing. Like, I think people look so stupid when you sing. So I think it's funny to like run around and sing songs. It's just so crazy.
You know that's Josh Adam Meyer's entire thing. You know the guy who does the Comedy Jam, right? The goddamn Comedy Jam? Josh Adam Myers?
Uh-uh.
Look him up because
Yeah.
he was like, I mean, he's a New York guy,
Yeah.
and the goddamn comedy jam is when like, he has a
Okay.
band and then comics come up and they do covers,
I
right?
saw a little bit of that. Yeah.
Right, but like his act, like he'll riff and do crowd work while like singing to people and roasting them,
Uh-huh.
and then just talking shit, but in the rock and roll voice.
Okay.
Like you said, you with the fucking red shirt, da, 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 and it just starts riffing on that.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting because he has that like rock and roll look. He has
Yeah.
the voice, that raspy voice, and he knows tons of songs because of the comedy jam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that could be another style of comedy.
Yeah, I think I saw a little bit of that at Moon Tower, whatever, a couple months ago. I think somebody just told me to follow him on Instagram like
He's
a
good.
week ago.
I think he's on
Yeah.
Bill Burr's special that just came out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
No,
Yeah.
he's good. He's funny. He's funny.
Yeah.
But I
Absolutely.
was always curious that like I see you on stage and I'm like, and you probably heard this tons of times. Like, I wonder what he's like in person.
Uh-huh.
Did you get that a lot?
Yeah.
No, now I feel like I'm interviewing you. It's annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I love absurdist comedy and stuff. I mean, I'm kind of like a normal person, I guess.
Kinda?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Describe kinda.
I mean,
Wait,
like
disqualify
relatively.
kinda.
I mean, it's hard to like describe like yourself or whatever. Like,
Hi, my name is Casey. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Georgia,
yeah.
and I bend over
mean-
backwards on a chair sometimes, and it's dope. And it works.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I think is funny. I don't think like most traditional stand up I don't think is funny. I don't think most things. I think everything's been talked about so much, like relationships and just everything.
I'll give you that.
It's just
yes.
yeah. So I don't like to talk about anything earnest. So in that way, I guess I'm not like I don't like talking about that like with my friends or with my family or anything. So I just don't. So in that way, I guess I'm not like typically like I guess like a regular guy or whatever. But-
Well, hold on. People see being weird as a bad thing sometimes.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so. I think most people are fucking boring.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
really are. Like it's like you meet somebody and you go, okay, what, like, sell yourself to me. Like, what is it about you that makes you you? Because
Uh-huh.
your name is Jeff. I know tons of Jeffs.
Yeah.
Why will you be a Jeff that I remember?
Uh-huh.
And for some people, it's easy to bring out. Like it's natural. They could be one way on stage, one way at work, but when you're with them, you're like, oh yeah, Jeff. When Jeff is here, Jeff has a presence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when Jeff is here, you know when Jeff is not here.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think when I talk to people, I'm a pretty anxious person. So
That's why you haven't made eye contact the whole time.
yeah. So I don't even I have like really close friends and I still feel really weird talking to them. So it's like yeah, when I'm loose, like if I'm drunk, like I'm sober. But when I'm
We
drunk,
can help that. I got
No.
some shit here if you want.
I'm sober. So I'm like sober, so I don't do any drugs or alcohol. But I
Oh,
I
you
don't-
used to?
yeah, I have a really bad drinking problem and substance abuse problem. So
Idaho.
yeah.
Meth over there.
Well, in Georgia, when I was younger, so
Uh-huh.
when I was in college and stuff, I had just have a terrible drinking problem. Had to go to detox and stuff a bunch, get the shakes and stuff. Just have a really bad drinking problem.
Well, good. Glad you fixed it.
Yeah.
Well, what would your act be if you were drunk?
Oh, I don't know. I've done it before. I mean, I'm still really funny. So it's like the difference is like me when I'm on stage when with the adrenaline,
Mhm.
like that is kind of who I am. Like that allows me to be like the funniest version of myself. But when I'm drinking, I'm really funny like all the time, but I can't turn it off. Like,
Okay, that's annoying.
yeah, it's super annoying.
That's fucking annoying.
I can't like have a regular conversation. I'm like always trying. They're just. I'm fucking. Yeah, I'm crazy. I hate myself when I'm drunk. So I
I know people like that. I know people like man, yeah, that's just
just chill the fuck out. Man.
yeah, no more shots for you. I'm done hanging out with you because you feel like picking me up out of nowhere in front of strangers because you're happy to see me and you're already fucked up. I'm talking about someone specific who will never hear this, but that was annoying as fuck. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Well, especially comedians, like we all are obviously addicted to being funny, but when I'm not on stage, I don't need laughs. So it's like, yeah, so I'm like a whatever, normal guy. But when I'm drunk, it's like, oh fuck, man, I can't turn it off. It's just I need attention. I think that's what it is. I need attention all the time.
Only kid? You have siblings?
I have siblings. I have an older sister, and I have two half brothers who are younger than me.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were the attention one? Like, mommy, look at me. I'm not trying to do psychology or.
No, you're good. I mean, my parents got divorced when I was pretty young, so probably something like that. Yeah. So probably needed attention or something. But whatever, man. Something like that.
No, but to go back to the topics, like, I've grown tired of another dude coming up and going, either it's jokes about like racism, like the same white people, black people shit piss me off at this point. Like I'm so over it.
Yeah.
Or like,
well, there's no way you're gonna have a new take on it. There's no way.
It's been done. I mean, come on, like, right? That's why, like, I appreciate. I wouldn't say it's not really alt comedy, but it's like I want it to be clever.
Yeah.
Like, be clever. You can do like a white black thing, but if it's clever and it's not a hey, white people will beat your kids, that kind of shit. Oh, I wish I could say the N word.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what else you got? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that shit get, God damn it.
Because so many thousands of comedians have talked about it.
The one that was hot for a minute here was the hey, I'm gay. Well, I think I'm gay. Or my mama think I'm gay. My friends think I'm gay. I sucked a dick once, and I'm like, okay. I don't know. I turn into such a fucking snob, and I've talked to a lot of them, and I'm like, look, if it works, put it this way, if it works and you kill, by all means,
yeah,
I don't have to like it.
Yeah,
I'll support. I'd be like, yeah, sure. If you want to talk about, relationships and how men are different, than women, sure. But
yeah, I think it just, it's a case by case thing. But just by and large, like, yeah, it's just so boring. It's like that's why I'd rather go on stage and talk about like fucking worms and shit and doing crab stuff. Like, I think I'd rather say nothing, do my whole act, and really tell you nothing about me than do stuff.
Is that a defense mechanism, Casey?
I don't know. I don't. I don't really think
I'm kidding.
No, I know. I just try to talk about like what I think is funny. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I am.
I'm psychoanalyzing you. No, fuck. No, I'm kidding.
Well, you're probably right. I mean, I probably am like it. Maybe ignoring. I have a hard time, growing up, like doing regular things, like getting. Like my
life together.
Yeah, my finances are awful. I lived in my car for a while when I moved here, so I have a hard time doing that sort of thing. So all I've ever really cared about is stand up and comedy stuff. So yeah, maybe I do ignore things that I should.
Oh, look, by all means, you're 27. Do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, shit, you could fall off a cliff and get up and be like, all right, look, I fell off the cliff.
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
Yeah, well, I guess I was just like thinking out loud.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. You get up there like, what am I gonna talk about? Whatever pops in my head. You guys waiting for a ride? All right, fucking let's do this.
Because it's like therapeutic. Like it's fun. It's fun for me to talk about nothing. Like just blah blah blah. Fucking literal nonsense. It's.
You don't have a stance on the political system in the war in Ukraine that we can discuss right now.
I don't know anything about any of that stuff.
What do you care about, Casey?
I don't know anything about that stuff. I love like the paranormal, like ghosts. I listen to a lot of podcasts about like ghosts.
Have you experienced one?
Yeah.
Tell me. You have. You live in freaking Idaho. There's no way there's not a ghost story or exorcism or some shit like that.
Yeah. There's two ones. So one, my girlfriend who I was dating in Idaho, she lived in the oldest hotel in Idaho, which she
lived in the hotel.
Yeah, but they turned it into apartments. Okay. So it was the first hotel in Idaho, and It's called the Idaho in downtown Boise, and it's really old, and they do like ghost tours there, and they say that it's like haunted or something. So one of the first nights I moved in with her, we went and got groceries. This is like a lame ghost story, but it was so weird. So we got like some lunch meat, right? Like ham. And so we put it all in the fridge, and we put it all there, and like an hour goes by, and I remember putting it in the fridge. And she's like, I'm going to make a sandwich. Will you get me the ham? And I open the fridge, and it's not there, right? So there's a meat drawer we would put in there. It's not there. I take everything out of the fridge. And eventually I get so frustrated. I'm like, I can't find this meat. Will you come help me look for this? We tear the fridge apart. It's not in there. It's just not there. And so we're like, maybe we forgot at the grocery store or something. And so we're like, all right, I guess we're not eating ham. And we go to sleep, and we wake up, and I open the fridge, and the ham is sitting right there, right in the middle of the fridge, on top of everything, like it would have been impossible, physically impossible. How
high were you?
We weren't high at all. I was sober. I was sober for years.
Fuck,
She was
man.
sober too. So it was like
the mice took it.
Yeah, it was like a glitch in the Matrix type thing, because it would have been like impossible for that to happen.
Did you eat it?
Yeah. I guess I never thought of that. Yeah.
Why waste a disappearing ham?
Yeah, a ghost ham. Yeah,
ghost ham. You might get the powers. I'd be like, yeah, ghost ham. It should be somewhere on the menu.
But
have you had the ghost ham? I heard your siblings disappear.
Tastes like shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Nano ghost ham.
Damn, this bitch smell like ghost ham. Bitch walking in here smell like ghost ham. But I have one that is scary. So when I lived in Atlanta, we lived right next to the prison, and in this really like a rundown old house, and in the backyard, right beyond the fence, there was an old graveyard. And it like sounds like
the fucking graveyard.
Yeah, it sounds like something like made up, but it's not. There was like, it was really old. We used to get these letters in the mail about like a property graveyard tax or something. So it's right beyond the back fence in our backyard. And there's these really old headstones, like 3 or 4, and they're so old you can hardly read them, but the only one you can read is this one for a baby. It was like 1941 to 1942, so it was like a baby's grave. And one night they had some weird stuff in the house before, like hearing people walking and doors closing and things. And I had never experienced anything like that, and I was cooking one night. I was home alone with my roommate's dog, and I heard a cat meowing at the back door, right where the backyard is. And then beyond that fence is the graveyard. So I hear a cat meowing at the back door, and I'm like not paying attention to it. And the meowing gets louder, and then I realize slowly, as it's getting louder over the course of a couple minutes, that it's not a cat meowing, it's a baby crying. It was it was the exact sound of a baby like scream crying, like like baby do.
Yeah.
And I like stopped cooking, and I just got so like, I like felt all the blood drain out of my face, and because it was right there by the door, and the dog started fucking losing it, like sprinting around the house, and I'd never even heard the dog bark. And I'd known the dog ever since he got it for like a couple years. I'd never heard it bark, and it was like barking at the ceiling and like barking at the walls, and like and I was petrified. And then it would run to the front door and sniff the front door, and then it would run to the back, and the whole time this baby is like, it was a baby crying. It was the exact sound of a baby crying, like screaming. Oh,
how did it stop?
It just like, I think I left the room. I think I just went to my bedroom.
I get in my car and drove the fuck away.
I fucking burned the house down.
I was done with this bullshit. Like, hell no. Ghost baby, ghost ham.
Ghost ham, dude. And the next day, we found the baby in the fridge.
The baby took the ham. This motherfucker here took the ham.
Wow. That was so scary, man. I was so scared. Even thinking about it, I get scared.
I mean, I'm from Africa.
Yeah.
Originally from Africa, so obviously I have family there and everything. So growing up in France, my parents would send us back to visit, and my cousins was scared the shit out of me with some like voodoo shit. Like, yo, there's this guy who lives behind my uncle's house. There's like a dump, like a city dump, or like over like dunes of sand, and there's a little tower. Oh, there's a lion who lives in that tower with an old man, and the lion's red. I'm like, the fuck does that mean? And I always remember, and this is like I was in my 20s. No. I was in my teens. And we do this thing in Senegal where we call it white night, where you stay up all night. Like you play cards, listen to music, but you're outside, like in the courtyard, right? Drink tea, shoot the shit, whatever, right? And it was me, my cousin, and two of his friends. And one of his friends goes, "Hey, I'm going home. It's like 4 a.m. Like, all right, we're gonna walk you back." So the thing about Senegal is that there's only lights in the main streets, but when you go into the neighborhoods, there's no lights, and we're dark as fuck, so you can't tell who's who.
Yeah.
So we're walking. All right, we're gonna walk you back to your house. It's 4 a.m, like pitch dark. We cross the road, the main road, and we get to like the intersection. There's like one light, right? And then so his house is on the right. We're coming down. We just like stood there for a little bit, just shooting the shit. And then at one point, my cousin's friend goes, "Hey, someone's coming." And we turn around, and there was this thing. It looked like a lady with a veil on her face, like a white veil on her face. And she or it, whatever, was walking in circles towards us like this.
Oh, wow.
Like that.
Oh, no.
Yes. And the creepiest shit is that when it would go into the shades, you wouldn't see the veil no more. Like, you would just fucking ghost ham. You know what I mean? So it's walking towards us. And my cousin's friend goes, "Hey, miss." And he got stuck. And when I said stuck,
your cousin got stuck?
My cousin's friend got stuck because he said, "Hey, miss." And he literally couldn't even finish the sentence. He just froze. Couldn't say shit. And we all turned around and looked at that thing. And we all got stuck. I got stuck. I didn't believe in any of this shit.
Yeah.
But here I am. I'm stuck. I literally can't move. And then my cousin started reciting like verses of the Quran or whatever, and it's like in his head. That's what he told me he did. And as soon as then he started like just mouthing it. As soon as he did that, that thing just turned around and walked away. And we're like, "What the fuck was you okay?"
That's so scary.
And he turned and he said, he literally had to shake me, like, "Yo, back, wake up."
Yeah.
And we had to shake everybody just to wake the fuck up.
Like,
seriously, I could not talk. I'm not bullshitting you. And look, I grew up in the modern world with this kind of things. You see that on TV, you see that in the scary movies. But for years he was teasing me about shit like that. I'm like, "You don't understand, man. There's some ghosts, there's some spirits out here. You can't explain it. This is Africa. It just is." Right?
It's the oldest place. Yeah,
you can't.
Place on Earth.
Yeah, because you tell it to somebody who doesn't live there, and they say, "Oh yeah, there's a scientific explanation for this." And I'm like, "No, this thing literally just turned around and walked away." And my friend's house was literally like we could see it from where we were. And it's like, "All right, I'm right there. Let's go home." Like, fuck that shit. Fuck that. We're going back to my uncle's house. And we took a big detour to get back there.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh my god.
No, I mean, this is the kind of shit. I mean, I can tell you so many of these. I could write a movie.
Do you have more? Tell me another one.
Yeah. So this is my grandma. My grandma lived in like, old school village, like African village, like way, way back in the day. And she was at the river, like, washing shit. And this old man comes up. And her friends started making fun of him because he was ugly and kind of like crippled or whatever. Yeah, made fun of the dude, the old man. And the old man said, if I translate, "Yeah, keep laughing." So she did. She kept laughing for hours.
Oh my god.
Days. And the guy just took off. So they went back to the village, and they were like, "Yo, we need to find that dude, because she's been laughing for days and she can't stop." This is some serious shit. And he came back and he walked up to her and he goes, stop. Stop. This is the level of like, this is Africa. Like, you can't explain shit. This is just like, oh yeah, let's bring Michael Eric Dyson and see what he got. No, not the dude from the physicist. Like, no, you can't explain this shit.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Dyson,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, there's things about our world and our sense of perception that I think anybody to deny that has never experienced something like that. There's things that go on that we can't fathom. Yeah, it's interesting to think about.
No, I mean it's I mean they make shows about shit like that, but
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, it's produced. There's a writer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a writer, there's a producer. Like, they have a camera. Oh, we're gonna find Bigfoot, or oh, this house is haunted. And we're gonna have like one of those like X-ray vision type of goggles, or like
Yeah.
like infrared. I'm like, no, fuck off.
Most of the time it happens to people who don't believe in that stuff.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best kind.
Yeah.
That's the best, because you're like, I need to rethink my life now.
Yeah.
I think I should call my mother more. I need to get my shit together. Maybe that would be your after Ghost Ham, something else is gonna happen. Like, oh, maybe I should do my taxes.
Yeah. Maybe I should get a job.
Yeah, maybe it's
down.
the universe is telling me, yo, man, get your shit together. You just saw Ghost Ham, Ghost Brisket is gonna.
Well, that's what a lot of people say who like experience UFO things. They say it like changed their whole perception. They'll be driving and they have some sort of UFO experience, or maybe they're abducted or something, and it changes their whole, like, they're like, man, I got to be better. I got to be better to the people around me. Like, yeah, it's weird.
Just a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if you saw, the U.S. government revealed that they were like 40-something UFO sightings that they could not explain. You see that shit?
Yeah. I'm really big into ufology and all that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love that.
Do you think it's out there?
Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff that's been released in the last couple years is the way of the U.S. government showcasing the technology they have. I think a lot of the things, like the things that were spotted by the Navy aircraft and the Navy ships, I think that's U.S. technology. And so I think the government always has a reason behind releasing information. So I think a lot of the videos they've released are their own aircrafts. But yeah, it's really interesting, the ones that they say that they can't explain. That's so interesting.
400 reports.
Yeah.
400 reports. Let's see. Officials from the Department of Defense testified before the House Intelligence Subcommittee at the first public congressional hearing on UFOs in more than 50 years.
Yeah.
They've been keeping this shit from us. I wonder if other governments even look into this.
I know France is really good about it.
Like, hiding the shit? Because
No,
I never heard of it growing up.
They're pretty open about it. They did something. I don't know how long ago this was. I think maybe 20 years ago or 30 years. I just watched this really good 4-part series on Showtime called UFO. It's just called UFO. And it breaks down all the new stuff in the last couple years with the disclosure with the U.S. government. So the Navy sightings and all the congressional shit. And yeah, France did they brought in all the top scientists and stuff to review all the high-profile cases and stuff, and then their conclusion was that it's otherworldly aircraft. There's no way we have the technology for some of what these crafts are doing or whatever.
But they can't even identify them, let alone know what kind of technology they have.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a thing in the sky. That's about as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Like, nobody says, oh, it's oval, it's round, it has legs.
Yeah.
It moved fast, it moved slow. We saw it for 50 seconds.
Yeah.
We saw people quote unquote people in there.
I think some of them, like the U.S. and all over the world, they get them on radar. Sometimes, not all the time, obviously, but like a lot of the stuff with the government reports, they had it on radar, and they got like relatively good looks at it, and it would phase in and out. Like if you look at some of the aircraft the Navy videos, the big ones that were all over CNN or whatever during quarantine and shit.
Uh-huh.
Like the crafts would like they'd be flying and then like they're just fucking gone. Like they're no longer, you can't see them.
It's a
And
big
then
bird.
then they pop up somewhere else or whatever.
Oh fuck.
Like yeah, so it's like
it's ghost ham.
yeah, like it's
A flying ghost ham,
yeah.
everybody. Fuck.
It
We are
seems
fucked.
like magic almost, you know, like bending space and time. So like that is what they say when they mean like we don't know what the fuck these things are, because like they're recognizing like something was there, like we are seeing something we don't know.
Like it's not something on the lens that just shitted on their thing.
Yeah, because then they would explain it. Yeah, so the 40 they can explain. It literally means like there's no logical explanation for what that could have been.
Oh,
yeah.
we are so fucked.
Yeah, so weird.
We're fucked. I'm telling you, that this planet. I ain't going to Mars though. But
Yeah.
it's scary shit because like we've always, as a species, tried to understand things.
Yeah. It's
Always.
terrifying. Yeah.
Always, and how animals work, how plants work, how brain works, which is to me a fucking. I don't know how people figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, here's something that we got nothing.
Yeah. See, this is the type of stuff that I'm more interested in. When I was saying that I don't like normal things that people talk about, I'm more interested in like metaphysics and yeah, ufology, cryptozoology, so like Bigfoot and shit. Um,
Idaho, is it?
Idaho's big Bigfoot state.
Oh, it
yeah.
is?
Yeah. I don't know how much of that stuff that I think Bigfoot is more of. I'm not a kook. Like I'm like a rational guy, but I love reading about these things online. But I think Bigfoot honestly is more of like a ghost or something, because there's no way we would have found a body or something. So
We'll find something.
yeah, so I think it's
With so many shows and so many things, people
Yeah.
looking for that shit.
yeah,
you're
you would
like-
have found something.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, but people
It's a
are,
bear.
But people are seeing something. Like yeah, and a lot of it could be bears for sure.
Like stand on 2 feet, just
Yeah.
walking. Bears
Bears
do
do
that.
that. Yeah. Sometimes you get a weird bear, like maybe one bear who has like a head injury just does it all the fucking time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally possible.
I mean, it's not like you. No, do people know what Bigfoot sounds like? Because when you talk about Bigfoot, it's always here's the picture, like a
Yeah.
blurry picture, but nobody knows. Like, is there a smell?
They
Is
say
there-
it smells really bad.
If you live in the woods for
Yeah, bears
Listen,
smell awful. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
But if there's sound, I'm like, oh, this is not a grizzly bear. This is something that I don't know what the fuck it is. So, by process of elimination,
Yeah,
probably Bigfoot.
has to be some sort of unknown species. Yeah, you know, I've never heard anything like that. I have heard some things, but there seems to be no consistency through it. So that's the weird thing about Bigfoot sightings is there's no consistency. Like somebody in what's another big Bigfoot? Texas has a relatively high amount. Illinois to southern Illinois. Like
Wait,
right
there's different
Missouri.
Bigfoots? There's big feet?
Yeah, people see, like
We have the Seattle Bigfoot.
they have
It's
different.
very ironic.
Well, yeah, Washington has a bunch. So it's basically the Pacific Northwest has the most. So like Washington, Northern California, Oregon. So like places with lots of woods naturally.
I thought it was one. Like there's
No.
one Bigfoot.
No,
There's a
there's-
family.
yeah.
God damn it.
So
We are
people
fucked.
people see them, but they'll describe like a different one. So that gives, rather than there being 10 different species of Bigfoot, it would make more sense. Obviously, none of it makes any fucking sense, but it would make more sense if it was something not even of this dimension. Like it was something that just phased in, you know?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah.
like chase it and it's gone. Because like you'd find something. One would get hit by a car, and everybody has cell phones. Like, this doesn't
Yeah,
make
by
sense.
now, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if you go back to what was the very first time that someone said, "Hey, there's something out there."
Yeah.
Like if you tell me this is like in the 1800s, whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know, or it's in the 20th, like last century,
Mhm.
right? And then there was one, and then come to find out that I don't know, he had kids or they migrated, and then now they're over in Kentucky or
Yeah.
Montana or Utah. I don't know where the woods are, but the point is that like I always thought it was, oh yeah, if you go to this place, this is where the Bigfoot is,
Uh huh.
and that's why everybody goes to that place. But if you tell me there's a It's like state by state Bigfoot.
Yeah, yeah, like every state. So my
This
uncle,
is my Lord.
my mom's uncle, so my great uncle found the Big Muddy Monster, which is a Bigfoot in southern Illinois. You can Google the Big Muddy Monster. And he was the first person to see it. He was a cop, and his wife later killed him because he was, I guess, I don't know, whatever. But he found the Big Muddy Monster. So, like, every state has their own kind of Bigfoot. Texas has a bunch of them.
What?
Yeah. People will see them. You know, sometimes it'll be one person, but other times there'll be a rash of
I
sightings.
mean, all it takes is one dude to go, I saw something.
Yeah.
And then,
But then sometimes, like, they'll be seen in waves. Like, the Big Muddy Monster was just seen for 1 week.
what's a muddy monster?
I was just, it looked like a Bigfoot. It's like a large ape creature that came out of the river that this cop saw. He was a cop. And then a bunch of people saw it over the next week, and then no one ever saw it again. So that's the weird thing about when you make the argument of like, oh, people are just making shit up, then why didn't people keep making stuff up, you know?
Let's see if I can pull up. I just saw this map.
Is that Bigfoot sightings?
Yeah, Bigfoot sightings in the U.S.
Yeah, see, so look at the Pacific Northwest is fucking low.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Unbelievable.
I mean, look even on the east side.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's crazy.
East Texas, Montana, Florida.
See, that's the Ozarks. So it's places with all these fucking wooden.
all the woods, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Florida, that's the Everglades, and then that is the goddamn whatever you call those woods.
Oh, by the lakes up there.
Yeah.
California got some. Arizona said, fuck off.
Yeah.
Can't hide in Arizona.
No.
Like, ain't got shit. And then,
That's Idaho. So you get some in the woods up there in northern Idaho.
you know what? I could never place Idaho on a map.
Yeah, I could.
I don't know my state style. Like everything in
Neither.
the middle is
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Kentucky, Montana, Arkansas, and something else.
I've driven across the country. I don't know the East Coast that well, but I know the West Coast relatively well.
Yeah, but it's mostly like Washington State.
Yeah, yeah, which is just so weird because that's like where all the fucking woods are. But.
Is there one close to Austin? I'm curious. Where's
Yeah,
this?
does it say anything about it when you click them?
It just says Texas. Let's
Oh,
see.
so
Urban
weird.
legend, Bigfoot sighting. Well, where's Austin? Austin is like right around
Yeah, I guess
here
there's
somewhere.
not a lot here.
Actually, no, it's closer to this. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
But still, it's like
but it's interesting to think about. Yeah, there's a lot in Florida. Florida has the skunk ape. That's what they call it.
the fuck.
But
It's like you're talking about different types of music.
yeah,
We have the house ape. We have the hip hop ape who lives out in Maine and near New York and shit. Wow, this is
yeah, it's a fun rabbit hole. I just use it as a rabbit hole because the thing about the paranormal is if you think too much about it, you're not gonna get any answers, so it'll drive you fucking crazy. But it's fun to think about every once in a while.
well. I mean, it's everybody got their own. You're weird, which is a great thing. Which is a great fucking thing because if you can hold a conversation about the paranormal for I don't know an hour,
Yeah.
like nonstop, like you hold court
Uh-huh.
and say, "Yo, let me tell you about some shit about a cat. The baby sounded like a cat, sounded like a baby. I had a ham, and the ham disappeared. And then my dog was going crazy, and I was cooking or doing the dishes, and then I had to get the fuck out. Yeah, so that's dope. You ever try to put that in your jokes? Talk about that at all? Or you just like you keep that for your
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. So, like, normally I'll do like 15 minutes of my typical one-liner drug jokes. And then I'm working on more stories and stuff that's a little more about my personality. So maybe, yeah, I've thought about it.
that'd
Like,
be interesting.
yeah, just as it goes on. Because I think with stand-up, you can only do... Like Andy Kaufman, he would be Andy Kaufman the whole time. Like, crazy stuff. But
Yeah.
I find in this day and age, you can only do absurdist comedy for so many minutes. I found about 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Then the crowd gets tired of it and they want to see Like,
Jokes.
yeah.
Um,
Well, they want to see what are you actually like as a person, because we know you're not
yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Right.
We know,
Case in point, you're not back doing backflips in my
yeah.
room.
Yeah, because you can only hold that facade for so long before they're like, no, like subconsciously they're like, we want to see something real. So then I do like stories and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'd like to work that in there because it is interesting and
No, I mean
it is funny.
there's a take, definitely a take or perspective to share on that. That'd be dope.
Yeah, nobody else does a lot of
You do,
Mothman or whatever material.
or just horror in general. How do you make
Yeah,
horror funny?
yeah.
How to make horror like the story I just told you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you make that funny? I'd have to like embellish the shit out of it. And this is the true
Yeah, you
story.
have to add some stuff to it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, he got stuck. Okay. Applause break, anybody? Tudum, ksh, yeah. And then he turned around and walked away. Tudum, ksh. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. No, but that you know what? Rabbit holes are great.
Yeah.
You know, it's I mean, I get in mind. I just YouTube is my favorite search engine.
Uh-huh.
So I just think of something and I'm like, there's a documentary about that.
Oh, yeah.
Someone did. It's just as crazy or just random, and somebody wrote something about that or did something about that. And 90% of the time, there's something.
Oh yeah, God, YouTube, man. I have to stop myself from doing that because I stay up really late. I normally go to bed at like 4 a.m. So if I do YouTube, I can't stop watching it. Yeah, it's so great. There's so much.
I'm not gonna
shit
learn
to
how to
watch.
build a house.
Yeah.
Or do my taxes, but god damn, I'll learn about the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, it's a lot of lake monster shit. I just think it's so it's just so fun to think about. Like, because if there's nothing else out there, it's a really boring reality. So it's so fun to just turn your adult rational mind off and just think about,
Do you like cartoons?
No, not really.
Really?
No.
If someone has animated you, I would think that you'd be like, yeah, look, I'm a Looney Tune.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying that because that's the reference. Like,
No, yeah, you're good. I like Rick and Morty. I like Adult Swim.
Oh, fuck yeah. No,
yeah.
all day. I never got
Yeah.
into Rick and Morty, though.
I like Rick and Morty.
People
but
swear by it.
people love it. I'm not into it like that, but I've watched all the episodes, I think, once. Yeah. It's fun.
So you're a mild fan.
Yeah, it's fun.
Everybody who talks to me about that, I'm like, look, man, I C Lab 2021 all day. Boondocks all day.
Yeah.
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law, all day. Venture Brothers, fuck yeah.
Aqua Teen. I used to watch a lot of Aqua Teen.
Aqua Teen was just on another level. No, Squidbillies I'd never got into.
Yeah.
But Aqua Teen had some funny, the premise alone is fucking stupid, but they make it funny. Carl is fucking, is hilarious. Fucking love it.
Oh yeah, God, I haven't thought about that in so long. Yeah, I was like a big stoner when I was a teenager, so Adult Swim was my dream job. Was working at Adult Swim.
Oh, you were in Georgia? That's where
Yeah, it's in
William
Atlanta.
Street. William
Yeah.
Street. Yeah, you drive by it. I was in Atlanta a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you can see the big.
Yeah, the
thing.
Turner Building, whatever that's
Yeah.
called, William Streets. Yeah,
It's cool.
that would have been dope. Do voice acting,
Oh, what a gig! That'd be so nice. I'd love to do that. Yeah,
dude.
do a bunch of voice. I do a good.
You could. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
see why not at this point.
I do a good baby voice. I do it for you.
You just gonna say that and not do it? All right, quiet.
Hi, I guess it's me. I'm a little baby. Good morning. Pretty good. Everybody likes it. I do.
Look, I had a baby.
Hi, I guess I'm a little baby.
That's a well-formed sentence for a baby. I gotta say, this baby went to Harvard already.
It's me, little baby. I do good robot. Good morning. It's me, the little robot boy. So that's pretty good. That's a good one.
Nice. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. No, but tell you what, that's where the money is now. You know how many like animated movies come out and it's like, oh, it's Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Pratt is gonna do Mario.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
the dude who did nobody knew the dude who did the Sonic voice.
Oh, Ben Schwartz. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I didn't know him.
Yeah.
And then now it's the biggest thing ever because it's gonna be like 10 Sonic movies.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So
It's true.
if you can do an animated thing, I mean, you don't have to show your face. Just get up in the booth. You don't have to even be there with other people.
Yeah.
Record your shit.
And you make so much money.
Yo.
Oh, God, you make so much money.
Like the guys, there was a kind of like a Comic-Con in Atlanta, MomoCon.
Yeah.
You ever heard of that?
I think so.
MomoCon.
Yeah.
It's like like Comic-Con, but maybe not as big. But
is it with furries?
no, that's not the one. No, this is like it's anime, it's video games. So a lot of like people would did. I was the voice of Bulma on Dragon Ball Z, or I was the you know what Phil Lamar is? The black guy who did he voiced Samurai Jack.
Okay.
And Green Lantern, like that kind of stuff. He was on Mad TV.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of those guys, and you're like, yeah, you don't see those guys ever.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't know what they look like.
Yeah, but you just know that, hey, somebody does fucking the voice of, like, John H. Benjamin, who does the voice of Archer. Right? Like, you recognize the dude's voice.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know what it looks like, but every time I hear him, I recognize the voice. And they make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. So much money. Ben Schwartz is a really good comedian. He's a really...
Like a stand-up?
He's an improviser. So he does, like... They have a really good special on Netflix called Middleditch and Schwartz, and it's fucking hilarious. He's so funny. I saw him live do that show, Middleditch and Schwartz.
Really?
Yeah. It's
never heard of him.
It's really...
I didn't know what it looked like until the Sonic movie. I saw both of them back to back last weekend.
Yeah. I think I saw the first one. I don't know why I saw it, because I really don't watch stuff like that. But I saw the first one. It was fun. Yeah.
I mean, I have a 4-year-old.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And it's
yeah.
like, he didn't know what Sonic was. No, take that back. I played the video game song and he loved it and said, "Who's that?" I said, "That's Sonic." And I was like, "Okay, show me Sonic now. We're gonna play that song for 30 minutes on the way to school, and you're gonna play Sonic. The same like level 2 of Sonic 2." Over and over and over again. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I gotta show you the game now. Like, oh, I want to run fast. Okay, fuck. Now I gotta show you the movie. And then we went to the theater and saw the second one. They were actually pretty good. I gotta say, if you're a Sonic fan,
people like the second. You like the second one? I didn't see it.
It's a lot of like in movies when the first one was dope, especially if it's a video game adaptation, which is very hard to do. Like none of them has ever worked. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah.
They never fucking worked.
Oh, the Street Fighter one's really bad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so this is the first one. I'm like, okay, they actually know their Sonic shit. Yeah. And then so they make the second one. And then like when there's a sequel, sometimes they add shit, like unnecessary scenes. And it's corny as fuck. I don't know if it's the same for horror movies.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, most horror movie sequels is in the age of like the slasher where they're all bad. Anyways.
It's just darker, maybe. They just up the darkness a little bit, like more people die.
More blood, yeah.
Yeah, more blood. But when it's like a like either a kid movie or action or comedy, they add these stupid scenes where like everything falls into place. So they do a montage, or they're like, oh, we're all gonna dance now for some reason in a saloon because then a fight broke out and. It's just they had this kind of elements. I'm like, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's for kids, whatever.
Yeah.
But Hollywood are most horror movies from books?
No, I don't. No, not really. Most of them aren't. No.
They're like, oh, this is actually an original idea.
Yeah, most of them. Yeah.
Like it is from a book.
Yeah, it is a book. Yeah, Dr. Sleep. I mean, Stephen King stuff is pretty much the only horror guy who gets adapted a lot. I mean, Clive Barker did Hellraiser or whatever. But, yeah, it's mostly original screenplays.
Did you like Get Out? Like any of the Jordan Peele stuff?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's original. That's not based on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job. I like it.
And then, he's got Nope coming out in, like, next month, I think. Did you see the trailer for that?
What is it about?
It's about like a big, like a cloud. I think it's about aliens or something. But it's like a big cloud comes over these people who own a ranch, and it's like.
And it rains.
No, yeah.
What the fuck is a cloud gonna do?
It's like a cloud, but it's like aliens or something. Like it has like it's like scary. It has like a big long like string, and like in the commercial, like people pull it, they get pulled into the cloud and shit.
Huh?
I don't know. It's called Nope.
It never rains.
I don't know. I mean, probably.
You're not selling it, man. And I love Jordan Peele.
You're gonna sit here and tell me it never rains, dude?
Yeah, really, you have a cloud the whole time. 2-hour
you're-
movie, never fucking rains, not once.
You're out of your fucking mind.
No storm, nothing. Just a fucking cloud. Like when I think cloud moving, I think like in a cartoon when they in a bad mood and then it fucking rains on top of them and nowhere else. That's what I think when you're saying there's a traveling cloud. There's fucking people's lives.
Yeah, it's like a scary, spooky cloud. I only watch the. It's a spooky cloud, dude. Get over it.
That doesn't sound threatening to me.
It's a spooky cloud.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll give it a shot. I'll wait and stream it. I ain't paying for that shit.
Yeah, it'll be.
It's a scary cloud. Nope.
Dude, it's a scary cloud.
Look, Ghost Ham should be a movie. Fuck a scary cloud. Ghost Ham will be scary as fuck. Cloud ain't got shit on the Ghost Ham.
Petrified. Anyway. What time are we at? I think I might have to go. How long?
We're about an hour almost. About 5 minutes left. But yeah, we can wrap it up. I know you gotta go and you live in San Antonio.
Yeah.
You got dope shit?
What stuff coming up?
No, you didn't read the email.
Oh.
Some dope to recommend that's not about you, and then we'll do plugs.
Oh, okay. Something dope to.
Like, is there a horror movie?
Like a piece of media? Yeah, I could give you some of my favorite horror movies. Let's see. There's a really good Turkish horror movie called Baskin, which is
Turkish.
Yeah, Turkish. It's really good though. It's called Baskin, Baskin. Great journey into the depths of hell. Very spooky. Nightmare Alley on HBO is great. Daniel Isn't Real, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger's son. Great horror movie. Of course, Jacob's Ladder with Tim Robbins. Fantastic. Southbound, free on Amazon Prime. Great anthology horror movie. So spooky. And
are those like your top 5 favorite?
Just random ones.
Oh, okay, give me your top 2.
My
top three like best horror movie.
Hereditary is really, really scary. And you want to watch a really, really scary movie. The Dark and the Wicked is horrifying. It came out like 2 years ago. Scared the shit out of me.
Is that the goal? Like, if it doesn't scare you, you don't like it?
No. I can still enjoy it. But most horror movies aren't like scary. You know,
you're just dumb.
Yeah, and it's just like fun to watch.
It's like, the fuck are they doing there? It's nobody there.
Yeah, it's not scary. But no, The Dark and the Wicked is terrifying. Hereditary is very, very scary. Jacob's Ladder is probably my favorite horror movie, but that's not really scary.
Oh, that's fine. If it's in your top 3, cool.
Yeah,
qualifies.
Yeah. That's
so we'll have links to all of that so you can catch it. My dope shit. The Boys season 3. Holy fuck!
I didn't watch it yet. Yeah.
You watched the first 2?
I watched the first, and then I watched half of the second.
Yo,
I have to watch
the first 10 minutes of the first episode of season 3. You're like, oh fuck.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but holy fuck, yeah, they amped it. So The Boys on Amazon Prime Video, check that out. All right, dates, plugs. Where can people find you? All that good stuff.
When does this episode come out?
This will come out the week of the 21st.
Okay, I'm in San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Oh, on the corner show?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, on the 23rd. And then on the 24th, I'm in Austin doing a showcase. On the 30th, I'm at East Austin Comedy Club. On July 1st, I'm at Independence Brewery. And then, just a bunch of stuff. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram, Casey Rocket. My Patreon is
You have
Casey
a Patreon.
Rocket. Yeah.
You have your shit together, but you have a fucking Patreon.
People subscribe. I got a bunch of exclusive content on my Patreon. Fucking awesome. And my YouTube.
You don't see Casey in the woods looking trying to find Bigfoot.
It's just me crying in the woods for 8 hours.
Go to the woods. Go to like off of 71 over there in the hills, and act like you're looking for something.
They gotta have some Bigfoots in those hills.
Oh, they gotta be.
I'm gonna put that on Patreon. I'm gonna go up there this weekend.
All right. So Casey Rockets on Instagram. I'm doing the come up on the 21st. Probably the day this comes out. That's Cheatham's show at Creek in the Cave. I was there last night. It was crazy. It was this drunk white bitch. Holy crap. Whoa. Yes. And then, so yeah, Texas Strong at the corner bar, whatever, in San Antonio, 8 o'clock. And I'm also doing on the 24th the lipstick battle. That's Katie Felton's show, who's been on the show as well. So go listen to that episode, go support, and that's going on at what's the place? Oh, Last Stand Brewery Company, South Congress. So that's on the 24th. But anyway, just follow me, follow the Feedbak BAK on Instagram. Follow Casey. Go see this kid. Go see him for real. If you want to have some horror stories to share, some parents, some UFO sightings, or some insight on where the fuck Bigfoot is and his family, holler at Casey. He'll tell you. At least I can hold a conversation about it. But thank you so much for tuning in, Casey. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for coming.
So fun.
We'll talk to you next time. Ciao, ciao.